Alright guys, I hadn't made a video in a really long time, probably 8 months or better. Quick update, I did get the truck up and running. I had it out on the road working about 6 months. I was contracted to a company. I guess it doesn't matter. There's the name of the company on the door. A company out of Pennsylvania. I had, ooh, that bad shadow. Let's do it like this. Contracted them, pulling under their authority. I was just pulling a dry van, nothing special about it. I had a lot of other videos I'd made with my phone, but of course they were really bad videos, so I just gave up on trying to make those videos, showing me working on the truck, getting it ready. I did go out and buy a GoPro here. That's what I'm recording on now, so hopefully the videos will get better. But I have officially de-leased from this company that's on the door there, that BMAC. No fault of theirs or anything. I can't complain about them. They were a good company. But I went and got my own authority. It's officially active now. I still just need to pull their stickers off the truck, get me some made up for my company. I've already got my insurance paid up. I went out and bought my own flatbed trailer. There it is behind me. Got some tarps, headache rack, chains, binders, all that good stuff. Got my own IFTA account set up. Those stickers are at the house. I got to pull the other IFTA stickers off that go to BMAC. Put all my stuff on, get set up with some agents, and hopefully start hauling some freight. I got some maintenance issues I want to address before I put it out on the road. One, about that last week out, I ended up with a coolant leak. So that's what we're going to work on fixing here. I wish that camera would have stayed on. I can't tell if I'm in the frame or not. So like I said, I'm still learning about the GoPro, how to use it. Sometimes it might get a little noisy around here, I don't know. I did put a windsock deal on this GoPro. It's just like a general parking lot area that I rent a space from. So other trucks come and go and drivers in and out. Don't know if this windsock will kind of knock down on some of the other truck noise going on, or if I'm even talking loud enough right now, just a foot or so from the camera. But I'm gonna try and video some of the work for you. I really need to figure out how to get this thing come back on. There it is, just touched the back of the screen. Let's see, real quick, I talked about the de-leasing from BMAC. Just got to pull their stickers off, get me something made up. We'll go around here to the other side of the truck. I'm gonna show the where this thing's leaking from. If I can get in here, what are we looking at? This little crossover tube right here. There's an O-ring on each end of it. One of the O-rings went out. This is what they call the rocker box, I believe. But I got to take everything off the top up here to get to it and be able to pull this tube out. There's another one back here. This engine has 3 heads. So 1, 2, and 3, and then there's a coolant crossover tube right there is what that is. Coolant runs through it. I was having to add about 8 to 10 gallons a day that last week of running. So I wasn't really leaking. It was pouring out of there pretty good. I was trying to finish up what I was doing. And so I just kept adding water. I've already drained the coolant system out. I just opened my little deal here and it just drains out. Trying not to make a muddy mess right here where it's gonna work. Just a little bit of residual in there. I took the air cleaner off. There's an air filter box that's right here. It's just 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the tube comes down and goes into the turbo. I put a shop rag and then clamped it over there so nothing will fall down inside the turbo while I'm working on it. Let's climb up here. Got me some tools set up. A little tray for my bolts, but the first thing I gotta do is take these 3 valve covers off. This little breather area here, obviously there's a lot of oil and stuff coming out of there, so I might have to get a new grommet for that one. Not the end of the world. I'm gonna try and get the camera set up and show taking the valve covers off and get this process started, taking everything apart. Because after I get under the valve covers, I'll have to take I call it the Jake brake. This is not a Jacobs brand. It's the Cummins brake, but it's engine brakes off. And then I'll take the rockers out, I believe, and then get the rockers off. Yeah, take the rockers out of the rocker box and then take the rocker boxes off just to be able to replace that 10-cent O-ring in there that started leaking. Let me get the camera set back up and then we'll try and start making another video. And I'll be back with you shortly. Alright, we're up here on top of the engine. I got that breather tube right there disconnected. That crap. Okay, we're up here on top of the engine. I got the breather tube disconnected. I tried to video that, but it kicked my butt. Really, it's nothing to it. These two little clamps, of course I dropped them. Took me a minute to even find them. I thought the engine ate them. Had to undo some of the clamps further down on that breather tube. Of course, they were old rusted up bolts. One of them broke, so nothing to it. Just a small nut, just a small nut and bolt. But we're going to start by trying to take this first valve cover off. Put that little tray right there. And see if we can get this valve cover off this front. Get a video of that. See what it looks like under there before I run out of room on this SD card. Break that loose. And I'll have to disconnect this stabilizing rod right there. That's just going to be in the way. Of course, I'll cut the wire ties. Get those out of the way. As we go through here, but right now, just want to try and get the cover off of this. Of course. Well, how about that, boys and girls? Tells you how good I am at video and stuff, right? Got a little three-legged stand here and it's propped up in an awkward spot. I don't even know if I'm videoing anymore. What all I got? Sorry about that. Trying to stabilize this camera so it won't fall down. Alright, let's try and keep going here. Maybe I won't tear nothing up. Definitely a spot where an air ratchet or even a small impact would come in real handy. I've got a bigger one, 1/2-inch drive. Might need to think about investing in something a little smaller and handier for smaller jobs. In the meantime, this is what we got. Good old hand tools, huh? Don't have to worry about battery power or nothing. Notice here, just breaking these loose. Stuck to the magnet. The valve cover's already just wiggling around loose. I wasn't sure if they were going to be like froze up on there real bad. Anything. Got on Cummins Quick Serve. Printed out a bunch of documents about this engine and kind of got to familiarize myself with what I might be getting into. And said that the valve cover gaskets are reusable, should be, but once again, on an old piece of equipment like this that sat around so long, you never know what it's going to really look like. And they were not leaking to start with. So yeah, I did not buy new valve covers, and I just dropped one of them nuts. Let's see if I can find it real quick. How far did it go down? think it's down there on the ground. We'll get it when we get down. Just trying not to start losing nuts and bolts everywhere. Of course, I'm just sitting out here over the dirt, so that's not helpful. Well, look at that. The magnet on that tray stuck right to the valve cover. Pretty nifty. Just pulled it right off. Dirty in there, good oily. You want to set that down anywhere. Take the upside down. Let's do it like that. There we go. And where's my rag? You just can't see. Gotta bring the camera in close. In that video, and I don't know, I can't get the screen to stay on. I guess it does that to conserve battery power. This is the Jake brakes. I'll have to disconnect the wire to it. You can just see the rockers down in there. I think it said the middle rocker is for the intake valve, and then the two on the outside are for the exhaust. Don't quote me on that. But I'm sure this SD card is just about out of power. So I'm going to turn this thing off, but that's going to be the process. I got to get these two valve covers off next. Of course, I'll be cleaning all this stuff up before I put it back on. And there's that gasket that Cummins was saying is reusable. So hopefully I'll be able to reuse that. Like I said, I'm going to take these other ones off, and we'll come back to y'all. See you later.